more people than ever are online looking. Well, what do you do with those leads? Again, our system takes that information. Someone puts a lead online. It finds out, does it belong to a certain loan officer? If it doesn't belong to a certain loan officer, but it's just a general inquiry for the company, well, you have to figure out based off state licensing, based off product type, loan amount, all these different things. Our system will route that lead to the appropriate loan officers who are available, make their phones ring, engage the customer, and make sure that that consumer, whether they're walking into your store or they're going online, they're going to get the immediate response that they need. So that's just a really simple way, just right now, for all the lenders out there that need help with managing your customers. Our system does that for you. It'll manage the phone, the calls, the route the calls, so you can just be, out there doing your business like every other day.
Well, that is such I knew what you did, but I was just pulling it together with what's going on with the coronavirus. I skipped over something I wanted to cover because I think you have a unique perspective on what you see going on with technology. Obviously, you've created a product. You've always been innovative. And all my conference, when I first met you, I started hearing about the things you've done for over the years, and I'm going, this dude is one of the most innovative, stay ahead of things guys. How have you done that? How have you accomplished that? I think there's people listening to this. In fact, I'm seeing some of the text messages are coming in. I wanted to learn more about how did he get to the point of anticipating this and seeing this?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to say I was lucky enough first to work for a company. It was IndyMac Bank's first call center. It's called LoanWorks. So when I was 22 and I was a loan officer, I worked for a consumer direct call center. So the thought of where the market's going was something that I was in front of, 20 years ago. So, if you really look at the space, just look at everything. I've been doing a lot of talks about, I use this analogy between Sears and Amazon. Sears was the original Amazon. They sold products through catalogs and pictures, and you never had to go into a store to buy a product from Sears, right? You could buy it through the catalog. That's right. Can order stuff.
Right.
That's what Amazon does. Difference was Amazon understood much earlier on that the consumer and where technology was going, it's just going to make that transaction easier. So for me, it's just been, about understanding where the market's going. You take a look at all of our industries. All of our industries have started switching to more of a consumer direct, where consumers are directly seeking out
that's
products
where I wanted
services.
you to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Whether it's shoes, I use an example of clothing brands, and this is, I think, a really good way to highlight it. If you really think about the last 5-10 years, let's say 5 years, any new clothing brand that's come out, minus a celebrity clothing brand, but I'm going to say specifically, let's say shoes, because for me this has been near and dear to me because I buy them, has been online clothing brands. Joybirds, Zick's shoes, all these different types of shoes. They're all direct to consumers. They're no longer, there's no new store brand clothes. It's all direct to consumer, whatever it is. So that's just where the market's going. So, back to what you said, human to human, it's still human to human, right? So one person talking to another person, and that's still that connection. So when you do this direct to consumer and you do this digital mortgage thing, you still have a consumer on the other end of that transaction.